right, friends, here is the last part that we're gonna do. So I need to figure out how to do this, because for some reason when I join these, I need to figure out how. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before and go back up to my 6mm crochet hook. I'm gonna use my dots here. So when we started the flag, we did a 6mm in the first row, and we're gonna go back and do a 6mm on this last part. So what I'm gonna do is I need to figure out, you know what, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a slip stitch right there. I'm not going to count that as a stitch. I'm just trying to get myself over. I'm going to just chain one. I'm going to turn my work here. And then I'm going to basically half double crochet into that first stitch right there. And then I need to do 2 half double crochets together, so I'm going to do one of my knotted half doubles right there. But then the rest of the row, I'm just going to do half double crochets all the way across. And the reason I did that one there is to give me that, I need to somehow get this side straight over here. And so I figured, you know, maybe that'll work. You know, this is trial and error for each flag. We'll try something different until we get it figured out. Because, you know, we're doing this basically on the fly. As I create these, you know, I'm having to figure out how to, you know, tweak them each time to make them better. So just keep going across for a whole row of half double crochets for 30 stitches across. It's gonna look a little bit different, but that's okay. This is gonna be the part that we're gonna create the little envelope that will go into, that the little flagpole top part will go into, that the flag will hang from. So I'm just gonna go all the way across. Once I'm done, I'm gonna count my stitches and make sure I have my 30 half double crochets. And then once we get to that point, I will send you on your way to complete the next 5 rows, because we're going to do a total of 6. So that way when we fold it over, we have 3 rows folded over and then 3 rows, you know, so we'll have 3 fold 3 to make our little envelope. And 3 is plenty with this 6mm and half double crochets. All right, so on the end here, we gotta make sure we get that end stitch. Just like that. And there we go. All right, so I'm gonna count real quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, so all you're gonna do, chain one, flip your work again, you know, hit the camera while you're at it, and then you're just going to continue on doing half double crochets across, and I will come back once I have completed the 6th row of half double crochets. It's just, like I said, just 6 plain rows of half double crochet. Okay, I gotta pull that out. It got all caught. Just, yeah, so you're just going to do 6 rows of 30 half double crochets in each row. Okay, and then I'll come back and show you how to fold it over and slip stitch it to make your little envelope, and we'll be done with the flag after. Well, we'll have to sew in ends, but that you can do off camera before you hang it up. So all right guys, we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I have completed my 6 rows of half double crochets. So what we're going to do is, this is technically the back of the flag, because the way I designed it, this should be on the left, this should be on the right. So we are going to flip it. Actually, no, we're not going to flip it. We're going to keep it this way. We're going to actually fold this down, and we are going to slip stitch across. We're going to grab these V's right here on the edge. We're going to grab those V's, and we're going to go around the posts. I call these posts of the first row here, of the right below the first row of half double crochet. So it's going to be the posts of the knotted half double crochets. So this is the top of that knotted half double crochet right here, where it goes to the V on top. So we're going to go around those with our slip stitches. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it down. You can use stitch markers to hold this down, but as long as you do one stitch for one post, you should have enough all the way across. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to flip things around here. So the flag is actually going to go away from me like this, so that way I can hold this and crochet it the correct way. So I'm going to put my hook in here. I'm still using my 6mm. Tighten this back down. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to come over here, and so here's the top, here's that first row. I'm going to zoom it back in here. All right, so the white right here, that's the top of our, the last row of the knotted half doubles. So we're going to come all the way over here to the edge. We're going to basically just go around this right here on the edge. I added a little slip stitch there, so that's what I'm going to go around. So what, actually, hold on. First, I need to go in. I'm going to chain one, and then I'm going to go into this first stitch right here at the top of my work, and then I'm going to fold this over and grab. So I'm going to come back across here and find that V on the side here. I'm going to go in right there. Sorry for the hand in the camera there. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all of that, just like that. So I'm going to slip stitch that. So then I'm going to go into the next one, go in. I'm going to find the next post, which is right here. Because you can see I'm staying at the top of this row right here. I'm going to pull the yarn through, keep it loose, so that way it doesn't cinch it in. Then I'm going to go into the next one. And you can see where that yarn comes out of, so you know where you go. You go back in right here, come around that one, do your slip stitch. Make sure it's nice and loose. Go into the next one. I'm going to go around the next post right here, pull through, just like that, go into the next stitch, and I'm just going to follow the row across. And you can also see where this strand comes out of. That's where you're going to go. You can find the right row to go to and keep going across. So you go into the next stitch. I'm going to go around the next post. It's not technically a post, it's the inside of the post of the stitch, so to speak. And then I'm going to go to the next one, go around the next one, and we're just going to keep doing this all the way across, just slip stitching. And hopefully, see, this is my issue with this, is I don't know how to keep it from doing that. You know what, hold on. I'm going to back this up. Wondering if it's not just, I need to come in a little bit different. I'm wondering if it's not cinching it in. All right, so I'm going to go around this one. So I'm going to go behind that slip stitch. I'm going to go around that first actual post right there and see what it does. But I gotta pull out, I gotta go into the first stitch here. After I did all that work, I go back around here, just like that. Hopefully that makes sense where I went in. So the top of the post is where I slipped around. All right, so I'm gonna go into the next one, go around the next post in the row, which is right there. Again, just follow the yarn coming out and keep your slip stitch loose. It'll keep it from bunching up, hopefully. Just gonna work our way across, slip stitching, and you should have a total of 30 slip stitches. I'm gonna keep going in and going around those little posts. I'm calling them posts. I don't know if that's the real name of that part of the anatomy of the stitch or not, but it's just that top part of the knotted half double. And you can just follow it across. I'm just eyeballing it across here because it, you know, it's just going across the same row. And you can see where that yarn comes out of. You're going to go back into that hole but go around to the next one, the next post, and slip stitch. Keeping the slip stitch loosey-goosey. I don't know that it helped picking a different spot for that one, but I don't know. I think it looks fine for the most part. Yeah, it still kind of wants to cinch it in right there, but it's a little better. So this is just kind of a slow process. You just not kind of slow, it's just a little bit of a slower process because you just have to pay attention where you're going, you know, and make sure you're not too tight. So that way it, you know, doesn't bunch it up. So we're just slip stitching across. I hope this is making sense with this, where I'm attaching it. So it's at the top of the last row of the half double, the knotted half double, and below the last row, or the first row of the regular half doubles. My flag is so long, y'all. It got long on me. This knotted half double grows. It's kind of making me wonder if I shouldn't tweak the size of my stitches. Maybe do 40 wide by 30 long, or do 40 by 40. Because even I think doing 40 by 40, it may be a little more square, but I think it's still going to come out in a rectangular shape because of the nature of this stitch that we're using to make them. So we're just working our way across here. Since this is just all I'm showing you, I'm trying to work my way across the whole way and hope I'm making sense on where I'm going. So this is the top of the work here, and then we're coming in and around these little, what is going on here? Oh, this is a color change right here, so we can just snag that yellow with it. We're just going around those. You can kind of see where I'm going at the top of these. This is the knotted half double, and it's these little tops here, the little posts that I'm going around. Loosey-goosey. And just slip stitching across here. Slip stitches are easy. You just gotta be, like I keep saying, just loose. You know, not do this when you're, you know, in a bad mood or anything and you're like, argh. It's not really good to do any crocheting when you're mad, but you know, for some people crocheting is their therapy, so maybe it calms them down by doing it. Okay, and we're gonna go around there. So I'm not gonna go around that last post, the half double on the end here. I'm gonna go right here, which is that top of that last half double. And I have a join right here, so let's see. I think that worked out pretty well. All right, so then all I'm gonna do is I'm going to, you know what, I think I might actually just go ahead and do one more slip stitch to that one there, just to kind of bring it over. And then I'm going to chain 2, grab my scissors, cut a tail that I can sew in, pull my hook up. I'm going to pull that tight and pinch it and pull down. And then I can take my tapestry needle right here, and I can sew that tail in. I'm going to use this little ridge right here of the slip stitches. I'm going to use that ridge to hide this tail, and the flag will be done when you get all your tails sewn in, guys. All right, so let me back it up a little bit here. All right, so there is the top of our flag. Just putting my scissors in their little sheath, because they are pokey little things. So there is the top of our little envelope that when it'll stretch out enough that the little, that the flagpole will fit in there, and then it'll hang like that. So here is the front, technically, where I pulled all the tails to the front so I could take a picture of it. But y'all, there you go. Isn't that be cute? Even with all the tails in the way and the flowers. Turned out awesome. I definitely wish I would have done some sparkle with the purple, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. It's done. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and look forward to our next ones. See you on the next one. Bye.